Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today, and let's talk about Skyrim. Yes, the game from 2011 that even in 2018 we're still talking about, which is slightly ridiculous. It doesn't feel like it's that old. Anyway, Todd Howard recently conducted a speech in Barcelona. I swear this guy's everywhere, and he had some interesting things to say about Skyrim. Even now, the amount of people who play Skyrim 7 years later, millions of people every month are playing that game. If you want us to stop releasing it, stop buying it, Howard joked. Todd Howard, of all people, told us to not, what the fuck, what? This must be some alternate dimension or some shit. With that many people playing every month, it's really not hard to figure out why Bethesda is constantly bringing this game back. If you have millions of players on each platform giving this game some love, then it's your goal as a company to provide it on as many platforms as possible. So we got Skyrim on Alexa, we got on Xbox One, PS4, PC, PS3, Xbox 360, the Nintendo Switch, and the next step is naturally your cellular device. I think there's only two things holding that back right now. Number one is, of course, technology, and number two is Elder Scrolls Blades, which was recently announced. I think that Bethesda doesn't want those two to compete against each other because probably the popularity of Skyrim will snuff out Blades. And then Bethesda will find themselves in a situation kind of like EA with Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1, which can we talk about again for just a second, because I don't know how a company actually allows that to happen. How they plan to release their biggest blockbuster of the year right next to a game that could succeed if put in the right area. Like, no one in the company said, hey guys, this isn't a good idea because we're investing all this money in a game that might just get wiped off the map by our own game. Anyway, I am one of those people that say that Bethesda needs to let Skyrim go. It's like their kid going off to college. Like, it's old enough now, just let it be on its own, it's free. But instead, Bethesda keeps reeling it in, saying just one more time do we need to put you on another platform. For me personally, I always say this on the podcast, but my favorite edition of Skyrim is on the Switch. There is just something with that portability factor, the ability to be able to pick up the game for 30 minutes, get a couple of things done, and drop it. That is such a enticing feeling in many ways. Because sitting down for these open world RPGs is very much a commitment, and when you can, for example, brush up on your lore for a night. You know, hey, I want to go to bed, but I'm going to read a couple of books in Skyrim. The Argonian Count is quite a fascinating read. And as someone, because I create content for the game, who plays Skyrim pretty frequently ever since it launched, putting it on the 360 and seeing how it ran then seeing how it improved with Special Edition, and then seeing how they managed to get that big of a game, even though it's from 2011, onto a portable device like the Nintendo Switch, and playing it there along with all its DLC, there's just something very cool about that evolution, despite some of the annoyances that come with, oh my god, another edition of Skyrim. Oh, I just remembered one. There's VR Skyrim, right. See, there's so many, you just can't keep track of them. Now, I know Todd's joking, but it got me thinking a little bit that if this game's selling so well, and for example, Fallout 4 sold very well, why is there not this pressure to try to get that game out on a lot of platforms? I imagine a big part of it is likely the fact that, hey, this game's just not optimized that well. There's too much going on underneath the hood for them to actually put this on the Switch, for example. There's no shot it comes on phones, that's for damn sure. Anyway, if you didn't know, slow news week, right? Yeah, let's talk about Skyrim in 2018. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you're still playing Skyrim, on what platform are you doing so? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content we create here. Stay sexy, stay active, I love you all. Peace.